there, Aries. Welcome back to Magic Rootwork of Love and Prosperity. It's Aunt Rosalind. Thanks for joining me again today. It's September 8th, and we are just about to hit our new moon phase. There's a lot of energy going around right now, and it's so interesting. It has to do with love and the vibration of renewal right now. And I do expect that those energies are going to have an effect on the reading today. So Aries, let's take a look at your love life. And what I'm doing is shuffling a brand new deck, Aries. I just started using this deck last week. It's like the True Love deck. That's literally what it's called, the True Love deck, Aries. So I would like you to know that the special is still running right now, the compatibility readings for $33. And also, I do plan to give you some insight on your love triangle issues, because a lot of my clients, they need help with that, deciding what to do with their love triangle and possible outcomes, because it's never as easy as what we think. It's always more complicated sometimes in love, right, Aries? So let's get going with your reading and find out what's going on in the highest good for Aries, September 8th, 2018. What is in the best and highest good for Aries to know right now in their relationships and in their love triangles? What's the best and highest good information for Aries, September 8th, 2018? Let's see what comes through here. Okay. Okay, so we have yin and yang, okay? Now, yin and yang, I'm going to turn it around because these don't get read in reverse. Yin and yang is really speaking on the energy of being such compatible partners. The energy of yin and yang is needed. It's the masculine and feminine represented here. You see the female hand, the male hand there. And it's really showing that there's so much compatibility that they need one another also. Okay, so the next card there is self-respect. So Aries, if you look at that, it's interesting how it's presenting that the two of you may need one another in this partnership. Okay, definitely. And that the energies around you can be very supportive of masculine and feminine. Okay. However, self-respect is being called in here. So there's a reason why, and it has to do with boundaries. Very healthy boundaries to have. Self-respect, self-love in any kind of relationship. Even if you're married, you have to have those. You have to have self-respect. And here we have commitment. Okay. Now, the commitment card I'm feeling is coming up because some of you are involved in very long-term relationships. Okay. I'm also getting, while I'm sitting here, feeling the energy and the vibration from these cards, Aries, is that there's a lot of healing that's needing to come through. Okay, there's a lot of healing, and I feel like possibly that this triangle may have started just because of miscommunication and the energy not really flowing directly into the mode of healing. The distorted feminine. Okay, now this distorted feminine is all about the energy of a woman or a male, you know, whoever is embodying all the feminine energy in the relationship. It'll usually be a female, but it could be a male also. What's happening is the distorted feminine is very clingy, very needy. She does not have really a lot of self-respect or a lot of boundaries set. Okay, because what she does is she wants attention so much that she's willing to go ahead and sacrifice her own self-respect, her own dignity, just to get attention. Okay, so what she may also be doing, Aries, in this relationship, and I'm not saying specifically that it's you who's watching, it could be someone else who's watching, or it could be someone else who's cross-watching for Aries. What usually happens is she will start to do things and say things that are like big distorted actions she'll start to do. She'll start to say and do anything just because she's longing and longing for this attention. And it's really not, it's not healthy, it's not good at all, because Yeah, well, there's the next card, worthiness. She needs to set up boundaries, self-respect. She needs to work on these beautiful kinds of habits and understand and see how worthy she is. She needs to understand and start to look in this mirror to understand, wow, I am such a beautiful person. I love myself. I respect myself. I have all of these goddess qualities, you know, and I'm not saying that it's 100% the woman in the relationship, but I'm just saying these are the kinds of things that distorted feminine energy will cause. They'll cause that problem of just putting so much on their partner, almost as if, Aries, that she's holding her partner responsible for all of her own inner self-love and inner needs that should have been met since childhood. She'll put those over on her partner, start to become more and more elaborate with her behavior, her complaints, these different types of actions, clinging to the person, being excessively, you know, desperate, not having her own sense of self-worth at all, and it causes all those different problems. Okay, now here's the serendipity card. Serendipity is beautiful. Serendipity is beautiful to have in your life, Aries. I'm not sure if you've experienced that in this relationship. But it's really to do with beautiful, unexpected luck, unexpected good fortune. It's when things are just lining up beautifully. And it's like, wow, I wasn't even expecting to see that coming. You know, I wasn't even expecting that I would have such a good thing happen to me. If you can imagine, you know, hitting the lottery, you know, or someone just coming to you and offering you a job that's beautiful, you know, or someone possibly that you've been with, Aries, offering you a relationship that's beautiful. Spirit is relating this to like a cup of love. A cup of love that's just so beautiful. It's like, wow, I was not even expecting that blessing, you know. On the bottom of the deck, we have creativity. So this is all about allowing yourself to be creative in your relationship, Aries. You know, is this possibly a reason why there's a third party involved? You know, a lack of creativity, a lack of spontaneity. That happens in long-term committed relationships. And we were talking about that at the beginning. Commitment. I feel that, you know, this is not some affair. I feel like this is a very long-term relationship. And sometimes with our choices, we decide to put our energy into the wrong aspects of the relationship. And then we end up with these kind of strange situations afterwards, you know? So let's go a little bit further. Let's go further and see what else is playing into this love triangle. What other energies are playing into this? You know, why is there a fifth wheel? Why is there the other woman involved, the other man involved? You know, possibly it's this distorted feminine energy. I mean, this is huge. This is huge. You know, when a woman has that, or a male has that, where they feel, you know, that, you know, they're not worthy, that can create a lot of problems. Well, here's the romantic feelings. So could this possibly be someone that the partner just felt close to, and they felt that they were romantically attracted to this person? Could it really be that innocent? It may be, you know, possibly, especially if there's that, you know, that energy there of someone being in the relationship and they feel like they're responsible for the other person's feelings. That can be a big turnoff. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I just had a lot of cards flip. Okay, flirt. Could it be, Aries, that, you know, this other woman, this other man is giving the partner attention that possibly you're not giving them in the relationship, or it's somehow, it's just not seen as being very important in the relationship, and the other person, they just decided they're going to step out. Maybe it's some romantic feelings with this other person. Maybe the other person is flirting. Maybe the partner is flirting and they like it. Maybe they like this, okay? Here's another card that popped. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So this is really giving some headway to why the other person, you know, why they cheated. It's because it's romantic feelings, it's lightheartedness, it's playfulness involved in this affair. And they feel that they're somehow under the control of this partner. One of the partners here I feel is very, Spirit is saying the word damaged. I'm not going to say, that this person is damaged, but I do feel that somehow on a soul level, they really need to rebuild. They really need to rebuild, okay? Here's the next card that popped. Pay attention to the red flags, okay? The signs are cautioning you. So definitely, with that card coming in, and we're talking about the other person, this other woman, this other man, definitely, Aries, one of the partners involved in this relationship has seen and noticed that there's issues going on. And they've probably been going on for a while. Because let go of control issues, that's huge. Distorted feminine energy, that's huge, okay? So these issues that have been going on and causing some of this grief and causing the partner to, look somewhere else for happiness, for romance, for flirting, they've been taking place for a while, okay? So let's get another card. Okay, here it is, new love. Now that's huge, huh? That's huge when you're talking about someone who has went outside of the relationship. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I mean, that is very clear cut. I feel like this has happened almost in a way that it feels like it's happened in a way, Aries, that the partner who has decided to step out and be with this other person, they made a choice after a while. It was not something that they hurried, that they just wanted to screw around on their partner. Okay? It feels like they actually were stirred romantically. Because you see in the word here, romantic feelings, when I asked about this third party, okay? And then we see new love. So it actually says love, romance, flirting. Okay, so it feels like the character of this other person, Aries, I'm not sure if it's you or your partner. It feels like they have the intention to try and make it work. Possibly it was just lacking, the relationship was lacking creativity, some spontaneity. Possibly the relationship was just, it felt a little bit strange with someone feeling they had to cling to the other one, that they never let go of control issues. And it feels like, possibly they wanted to stay with this, with their relationship or their marriage. It just feels like, they decided over time that this other person did have, that they were really having this chemistry, this interest, this romance, this love feeling with this other person. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Passion. So definitely, yeah, I'm hearing from Spirit there's a lot of longing that went on before they ever messed around with one another. They really, it was a lot of longing, passion. They took their time. They had to decide and make this choice that they were ever going to step outside of the marriage, out of the union, out of the relationship. Okay? I almost feel like yeah, you know what? This is what I'm getting, Aries, as I'm sitting here reviewing this and feeling it. It's almost like this person does not want to let go because they have equal respect and equal time put in with both sides. So if you've been in the relationship with this person, Aries, and then they stepped out, it feels like they may not want to let go of the marriage or the relationship or, and it feels like they don't want to let go of the other person either. The other woman, the other man, etc. This fifth wheel. So this is kind of a complicated conclusion, Aries, because it seems that they have, yeah, now I'm hearing that they have a lot of fondness for this other person. The other two cards that popped, remember when I said that a lot had popped at once? True love and very soon. true love and very soon. So these are the last two that came with that group of cards when I was asking about the other person and the tone of what is happening. So true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. Very soon, clarity. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So I feel like, yeah, and I'm also getting that this person that did step out, even though I don't know personally, and I can't say 100% if this is going to touch specifically on your relationship, it feels like this person, they waited. They didn't want to throw it around and flaunt it, They did have passion and romance for this person, and they really took this step forward to connect with this other person. It feels like it's a lot of love involved. And I'm almost getting, wow, yeah, this is what's on the bottom of the deck, getting to know one another, getting to know each other. Wow, okay, so it feels like this was not some blind kind of heated passion only. It feels like they decided that they wanted to go ahead and have what they were missing out on. What I'm getting also is another kind of energy here, Aries. It feels like the Aries, especially if this is a true Aries, sun, moon, or rising, it feels like possibly you could be feeling a little bit aggressive. You could be feeling a little bit pissed off. That's really how it feels. Um, it can get dangerous if you upset someone and they have a lot of fire in their chart and they're dealing with some kind of emotional issue, or they feel like you betrayed them. That's a lot of passion. It can be dangerous. What is good advice here? Because I feel like this Aries, they feel left out. They feel angry. They feel like they deserve this person to be faithful. Okay, what is some good advice here? I'm going to shuffle the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. Oh, there. Fragment. Oh, wow. So this card, for me, it represents that the person, their personality has changed, Aries. So hopefully you are speaking to someone and getting help for this. It's like your energy, your personality is fragmented. Okay, and it means that you're not really who you were before. It's almost like you've been broken. Okay, that is definitely something that you cannot deal with that totally on your own, Aries. So if you feel like you've been left and you feel like, your partner should return to you, that it's wrong that they left for this other person, you're probably going to have to do some soul searching and dig deep. Okay, that's really what I'm getting. You're going to have to dig deep. How can this person be helped? How can they move along? So that's one aspect, is really understanding, Aries, that you need to be a whole, complete person. Okay, so even if your lover, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, even if they have moved along with this person and they like this person this much, you still are going to have to find a way to, become whole again, and deal with this in a way that's good for you, because you can't walk around with that much anger. Okay. Wow, look at that deceit. That really popped hard. Deceit. So this is really showing all of the anger, all of the hidden emotion, all of the obsession, all of the loneliness. You need to learn how to ground. Be sincere with your feelings, your thoughts, your choices, so you can move along and decide what you want to do. Because carrying around this amount of anger, this amount of bitterness, obsessions, maybe you're stalking on social media, maybe you've decided that, you just can't deal with this in a rational way, but you're still going to have to somehow make a choice here, Aries. And what's really going on, this is the next one that pops, self-worth. So you're going to have to find your way back to self-worth, because this is really bad when you've been cheated on and you feel that, you're not even worth, this person doesn't even see how worthy you are. So that can create a lot of this bitterness, a lot of loneliness, anger. still, you know, you're going to have to make a choice eventually. Okay. And hopefully this will be something that you either learn from and you grow from it. You know, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of healing. But, I mean, I almost feel like this person may possibly come back, because I feel like this person that did mess around, they have a good heart. They're not just some rotten person. And it's not good for us to vilify the other person all the time, especially when we were involved. You know, especially when we've been seeing this happening before us and we've been a part of it for a long time. You can't necessarily just blame the other person and set yourself free, you know. Confidence, success, that's the next one. So, Aries, this could have a decent outcome for you, even if you're not with the person after all is said and done, you know. Confidence, moving on, being confident in yourself. And then on the bottom of the deck, Aries, we have movement. This is a good card. This is all about moving on forward with your life and seeing everything going, you know, not just being stagnant in anger. You're seeing it, feeling it, just like the horse, you're moving on to the next level of your life. Okay, and the next one here is understanding. You see that? Understanding is a beautiful card because it's really about you've moved on to a higher place in your thoughts where you're actually understanding and you have empathy for the person. Okay, it's not just where you say, yeah, I'm listening. Understanding is about, I actually empathize with you. I understand what it's like now to be in your shoes, you know. So this is a good card to end on. So Aries, it doesn't look like some situation that will never, ever, ever heal. You know, I feel like when you get over some of this anger, you release some of this anger, it's going to be a lot better for you. Okay. So this is Aunt Rosalind. If you would like to get in touch with me for a personal private reading, you can look in the description box below. Also, if you would like to try any of the products on www.rootzofearth.net, you can click there and take your time and just, you know, view the different things that we have to offer there. I also do a lot of rituals, candle magic, hoodoo, conjure. I'm a trained shamanic healer as well. I also am certified in Reiki. You know, I do that distance healing, sending Reiki to you to help you with energy blockages and releasing. So if you would like to get in touch with me, my information is below, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, Aries. Bye-bye. Blessed be.